How do we call? He gave us a signal.
What up, Gotham Guardians and Arkham adversaries? It's your boy Trey of the Bat Channel, and we are live once again this week from the Bat Cave. Unfortunately, no Super Bro Corey cannot be here with us again. I think I saw him in the chats, so I appreciate that. Even still, when he's like busy doing stuff, he at least just keeps it up on his phone. But thank you guys so much for being here. I know kind of a different thing. Normally, we do about like one live show a week. But I just figured it's kind of, honestly, I mean, you guys have seen our show. Our shows are very like production and like crazy and a lot of editing and stuff like that. And sometimes it's just easier to, when like, especially when news gets out there and you want to get to it quick, it's just better to do it live show and to have a discussion with you guys rather than reading 100 comments. Normally, my goodness, you guys are chatting in the comments, which I love. Thank you so much for that because it helps with the YouTube analytics. So I appreciate that so much, guys. But man, do we have a good show? I see we have Bat Dan, we have DCEU Restore to SnyderVerse, we have the Restore to SnyderVerse guy, formerly known as Release the Snyder Cut. We have the Red Hooded Outlaw. I think I saw Yellow Devil up in here. My man, how's it going, everybody? It's good to see you guys. Bat Fanatic, Trevor H. Yeah, I think I even saw Oracle. Red Hooded, yeah, all you guys. Oh, Catwoman, I think, was in here. Something 9 Lives. Some of you have changed your names. It's throwing me off. But it's good to see you guys. I'm glad you guys could be here. As always, if you could hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification bell so you never miss an episode. It really does help us when you guys. We're super close to 1,200 subscribers. I have a goal. I want to be at 1,500 subscribers by the end of the year. There's a few things like I have competition in my mind. I got to get to 1,500. So if I can do that, that's gonna be quite bossing. So helping us out by sharing this video to get your friends into the live chat, because the more people that are in the live chat, the more fun it is, because we get to have really good discussions about everything that's going on. And not only that, some different perspectives and opinions, which to me is very important. But hey, Lucas Ironside, how's it going, my man? So yeah, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe. And as always, if you want to support our channel even further, you can do that through Super Chat. It really goes a long way. All the money we get goes either to American Foundation and Suicide Prevention, to Feeding America. Sometimes when we do donations, today it's just going to go right back into the show. So getting new lights, new cameras, new microphones eventually. It's just the whole wazoo to make the show even better for you guys. So Super Chat goes a long way, especially if you have a question that you guys want to ask us, so that way we can post it up. Super Chat's the way to do it. And plus, we have a little funny clip for those who support our channel, because, hey, we like to support you guys as well. But thank you guys so much. I see, oh my goodness, baby girl up in the live chat. How's it going? Yeah, this is gonna be a good show. I can already tell it's just gonna be good. Some crazy things have been happening these last few weeks, guys. Especially within the last 48 hours. One of them being Zack Snyder's Justice League is a global phenomenon. What did you guys think about this? This was some crazy stuff. The Warner Media president of entertainment networks and distributing throughout, Europe. They were basically going live with HBO Max in Europe. They were doing this little promo video, and the Warner Media president, obviously hyping up some of the content that they have on HBO Max, just happened to confirm that Zack Snyder's Justice League is a global phenomenon. I mean, this is kind of stuff we already knew, but what do you guys take from this? I mean, it kind of ignited a trending event that wasn't even planned. Over 50,000 tweets. I think we're at 60,000. Kind of crazy. I mean, it just goes to show you that there is a demand to restore the SnyderVerse. People are interested in that content and what it could potentially bring. I mean, Peacemaker, that exclusive clip that came out the other day, I think only gathered like 13,000 tweets of people like, woo, Peacemaker, Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's not new content. It's Zack Snyder's Justice League, just talking about how it was a success. Kind of crazy. Batman says, funny how the international branches of Warner Media all love Zack Snyder, right? I mean, even TNT, right? TNT is like a big Zack Snyder supporter. It's kind of nutty. It's weird that all these international branches, like you said, Batman, they're there for Zack. They understand what Zack Snyder's Justice League was. It was a success. It was streaming all over the place, right? If you saw our video yesterday that we released where I really kind of broke it down, like, yeah, they can't deny it, especially in the foreign markets. Zack Snyder's Justice League was there, was on top of it. Lucas Ironside says, Peacemaker is not going to be a success. Yeah, I have a feeling. I think it was actually someone who's in the live chat. I think maybe it was a Red Hooded Outlaw that said that he has a feeling that it's going to be a good show because it's going to be like The Boys, and kind of like the Deadpool thing. And don't get me wrong, I love The Boys. I think The Boys is a great show on Amazon. I'm not really I could see where some people say Peacemaker is kind of like Homelander. Yeah, but Homelander, at least is like a total piece of shit. Peacemaker thinks he's doing the right thing, that he's trying to help America and, all for peace, all for my country. And he's a dick. But Yellow Devil says, I think Trey has photoshopped the Warner Brothers statements to stop my German invasion. No. You go ahead and have your German invasion. If it's at Warner Brothers, just make sure you vacate Toby Emmerich and Walter Hamada and Sarnoff, Jason Killar, if you want to. Just make sure they leave once you get in. And then I need you to leave later so that David Zaslav can get in with Discovery and do his thing. Yeah, I think it's kind of, some people are kind of feeling that this was, I don't know, maybe a first step to Warner Brothers turning a new leaf. I don't believe that so much. I just think Warner Media USA is not allowed to, they don't really get into the business of what the international markets are doing for Warner Media. They're able to promote how they want to promote it. It just so happened that the community of the SnyderVerse, people are we're everywhere. It's not just an American community. We have plenty of people in Brazil, South America, Argentina, India, Europe, you name it, China. Even China just passed 500 million views on one of their streaming sites. So Zack Snyder's Justice League just keeps breaking records there. So I don't know. It's interesting. Lucas Ironside says, I have nothing against John Cena, but no one asked for this series. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, I actually like John Cena. I grew up watching WWE, WCW. And John Cena was one of my more favorite ones. But in terms of the Peacemaker character, I have zero to little interest in his character before the Suicide Squad. I had even less after the Suicide Squad. And I have even less from that clip. Now, it's hard to judge, like I said, from 1 minute for an 8-episode series, but still, it's just not looking good. Sean says, hi, Sean. Good to see you, buddy. Lucas says, "What's up, Sean?" Kubi Malik, how's it going, my man? How you doing? Baby girl says, "I'm still not sure if this means that Warner Brothers will restore the Snyderverse." Here's the best way I can explain it to you, baby girl. I don't think Warner Brothers is going to restore the Snyderverse, at least not yet. Not until there's a regime change. You know, what we've kind of talked about. Warner Brothers, I think, is trying to. I don't know. It's kind of a tough situation right now because you see how much they're like against Zach, and maybe it's just Zach. Maybe everything else they're okay with. Like Ben Affleck, for example, they're bringing him back obviously for the Flash, and well, we'll kind of get more into the Ben Affleck stuff in a moment, but they're doing some things that are kind of continuing, or maybe you could say paying their respects, or you could say that's the directors who are doing that in their individual projects for DC films. But I don't know. I don't think Warner Brothers is restoring the Snyderverse, because if they were, you would be hearing already from HBO Max that Zack Snyder's Justice League was a huge success, that the DVD sales are incredible. You wouldn't see this turning out the comments, unlisting the trailer type bullshit that they're doing. So I don't think it means restoring the Snyderverse. I think it's just the international markets are saying what it is, you know, and especially in the foreign markets, is that Zack Snyder's Justice League was a huge success in a lot of countries. And it was to help drive subscriptions to HBO Max Europe. I think that's what it is. Coop Max says, "Hey, baby girl, couldn't give a shit about Pissmaker." Damn, that's a. I haven't heard that one yet. Pissmaker. I may have to remember that. Lucas Ironside says, "I think Batman is going to have an appearance in the Batgirl movie. There's no Batgirl without Batman." I agree. We'll actually talk about that later. Well done. Yeah, it's definitely interesting what's going on there. I'm not sure exactly what to think of it, but the fact that there's still a demand for the restoring the Snyderverse without organization from you guys. We know there's an event coming up October 16th during DC Fandom, which we're going to do a watch party for that with you guys. We're just going to experience it all together. If we're seeing something we don't like, or it's complete utter bullshit, or if DC Fandom just sucks this year, we're going to say it, you know, because hopefully Warner Brothers has people looking at that type of videos and can say, okay, our audience is still not liking what we're doing, so Discovery can get in and provide content that their, you know, audience wants to see. So yeah, but it's great to see 60,000 tweets. Didn't take you guys nothing, but some quick DC Fandom updates as I'm gonna open my drink. I've been doing these Zoa energy drinks that Dwayne Johnson has been promoting like crazy. I think he owns a piece of it. I've been trying all these flavors. I think lemon lime, the first one with you guys, and then sorry if that was loud. And then the other day I did super berry. Super berry was good. This one is the original. So this is just their original flavor. Let's do a review for you guys real quick. Yeah, that's pretty similar to like regular Monster. It's pretty close, similar flavor. It's not as bitey as like green Monster is, or blue Monster, one of them. But it's actually pretty good. The only one that I haven't really liked yet, because I had like a weird flavor to it, was the lemon lime one. So not bad. That'll wake me up a little bit. Kubi Malik says, "The statement of Zack Snyder's Justice League being a global phenomenon is one recognition that even the regime in the U.S. don't even said just once or even gives a shit." Yeah, and I think that just goes to show, you know, David Zaslav, that's going to be information he's very aware of when he gets in. You know, he's going to look at it and be like, okay, why are we hearing this from our international market teams? And yet you guys haven't done a damn thing. Okay, we sold out in all these physical copies in the US. Did you restock those? You know, and there's going to be a lot of people in that leadership team currently. They're going to have a lot of explaining to do to David Zaslav. And they're not going to be able to say, well, it wasn't a success, sir. I'm seeing it was. Okay, what else you got? well, Zack Snyder costs a lot. You gave the same amount of money to James Gunn to do the Suicide Squad, and we lost a shit ton of money on that one. Well, it was during the pandemic, sir. Okay, but Venom just made $91 million, already more than half of what you guys did in the entire run. What else you got for an excuse? And the truth is their excuses are just going to run thin. And by that time, he's like, you keep giving me excuses and you're full of shit. You're fired. Go. And he's going to bring in his own people. He's been doing meetings with like 50 people a week, to see who he wants to bring into his new team. And just like I've said in other live show guys, you can already tell that people know they're going to lose their jobs. The fact that Toby Emmerich came out with an article saying, I'm looking for a new job when my contract ends. And I asked Netflix and Netflix told me no, poor me. And then Jason Killard does a whole article saying, I'm disappointed. I'm about to lose my job. That says something. These people know, they're not idiots. They know when their job is on the line, and it is. Would you say that the Snyder cut was the reason why they're going to be fired? No, I think it's a long list of bad decisions. I mean, look at Toby Emmerich. Ice Cube wanted to do, what was it, another Friday movie? And they said no to him because something, I don't know, it was some weird racial answer, I guess, from what Ice Cube has said. It's things like that. So, and then you also have to ask their relationship towards directors. Christopher Nolan leaving. Patty Jenkins is kind of on her way out. You even got obviously Zack Snyder leaving to Netflix, and has nothing really great to say about Warner Brothers, which damn right he doesn't have to. Let's see. System Failure. What up, brother? The Bat Channel. Much love from London. Much love from the US, buddy. Much love. Great show earlier today. I was watching it. Much love, everyone. It's good to have you guys here. But some quick DC fandom updates. We finally got a quick little new diddly on Gotham Knights. We haven't received any more updates from them other than DC fandom last year. A quick little gameplay trailer. Which this game is, if you guys haven't heard already, it's not going to be a part of the Arkham verse. So Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, Arkham City. It's completely its own thing, but it is going to be like a multiplayer game that you can play with your friends. It actually kind of looks good. I'm actually excited. I can't wait. Me personally, I can't wait to get this game. I wish we would have heard more about it. I mean, honestly, I was kind of getting worried here when they weren't really releasing any information, thinking that, oh gosh, maybe they're going to scrap the project. But they released this little picture that says on Twitter, as the night falls, a new legacy will rise. Hashtag DC fandom. So obviously they're going to have some trailers, maybe some more gameplay at DC fandom. And they showcase it with a Gotham Gazette, Bruce Wayne died newspaper. And I zoomed up on this picture. See if I can zoom it up a little more for you guys. Oh, not a ton, but it's really cool because it's one of those little Easter eggs, right? If you look really closely, you can see like private security at Wayne Enterprises, I think it is, or and then a bartender at Iceberg Lounge. You see something of like Valcone needs like something for his business. So, and there's this like Pamela Cafe thing. So that's kind of cool. Here, let's see if I need to look at I'm looking at the screen, so it's hard to see from there. Oh, yeah. Personal assistant for the Valcone Enterprises. Engineering intern for Wayne Enterprise. Private security doesn't say who it's going to be. But then the Pamela Cafe, it could be Pamela Ivory. Maybe even you see the articles written by Vicky Vale. So kind of cool Easter eggs to kind of expanding on that world a little bit more for Gotham Knights, which is going to be cool. I'm definitely stoked for the Suicide Squad game that they're making. I think Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. I think that's going to be dope. And that is a part of the Arkhamverse. So maybe, just maybe, we'll see Kevin Conroy return. I'm hoping that's true. But another quick update. The Batman DC fandom trailer we know will be 2 minutes and 36 seconds long. Why is that big news, you say? I don't know. Apparently, we figured this out because the German group, Yellow Devil, this is for you here, buddy, I think it's the FSK, German Film Ratings Board, released that information that it was going to be 2 minutes and 36 seconds long at DC Fandom. So hopefully that's, with some newer content, that they don't just show the same shots that we have seen already at last year's DC Fandom. I can't imagine they're going to try to show too terribly much because you don't want to figure it out. I think this movie's going to have a lot of twists and turns. But I'm sure it'd be good. I mean, we'll definitely see that more when we do our DC Fandom watch party. But Lucas Ironside says, if David Zaslav let Toby Emmerich stay after everything he's done, I will be very surprised. Zaslav kicks Toby to the curb. Yeah, I think that will happen, Lucas. I'm pretty sure. I can't see why anyone would keep Toby Emmerich. I mean, if you guys have seen, I want to say, oh gosh, I'm totally spacing who did the interview, but they did this roundtable with producers and studio executives from all the different studios, and he was a part of it, and they were just trashing him. All the other studio executives, like, who the hell is this guy? He's an idiot. But yeah, System Failure 3 says, blessings, brother. Great to be back doing live shows again. Yeah, it has been, man. Yeah. I'm glad you're getting back into it again. Wishing you and your channel well, guys. Definitely check out System Failure's channel if you guys are interested. He does a ton of different content. He's going to be doing book reviews soon, movie reviews. He even does some like stuff on UFOs, which is always kind of interesting. I've always been kind of interested in UFOs and conspiracies and stuff like that, just because I think they're fascinating. And not only that, come on, there's aliens. Superman, he's an alien. I appreciate you being here, System Failure. Lucas Ironside says, Gotham Knights looks cool, but I would have rather a sequel to Arkham Origins. Oh man, I didn't think about that. Why haven't we done an Arkham Origins sequel? I mean, technically you could say Asylum, even though it was made before that, but not enough people give credit to Arkham Origins. That was actually a really good game. I know, I mean, it was just coming on after Arkham City, which people loved that game, but Arkham Origins, man, that just the trailer alone with Deathstroke was just insanely cool. It was just, so dope. Loved it. And I play that game every now and then still, and I still find joy in playing it. I wish they would do a remastered version like they did with the Arkham trilogy that Rocksteady was in charge of. Thank you. Sean Franklin says, do you think Rocksteady Games do Superman and Batman Arkham Knight sequel? I've heard for a very long time that they've been trying to develop a Superman game, and it just hasn't. I don't know why they haven't pursued it any further. Seems, me personally, what they need to do is, they've already developed, you're right, the Batman Arkham verse. They need to expand upon that. They kind of did that with Arkham Knight, saying that there is a Superman out there. Well, then make a Superman game, make a Aquaman, make a Wonder Woman game, all within that universe. So then eventually you make a big tie-in Justice League game. I think they're kind of testing that with the Suicide Squad game that is taking place in that universe. I think they're going to test out that multiplayer format to see if it's something they can do with the Justice League eventually, because I mean, at this point, why is the Suicide Squad team up game happening before a Justice League team up game? Kind of weird. Bat Dan says, even if you ignore the Snyderverse stuff, that day and date release lost Warner Media a lot of money. Yeah. Toby has to go. Yeah. And I'll be honest with this. It's unfortunate that Jason Kilar is getting the blame for it because it was Toby Emmerich's idea. Then again, though, Jason Kilar, he's the boss. He makes the decisions. He can easily take the suggestion from Toby and be like, you're an idiot. No, well, don't call him an idiot. Yeah, you try to present an idea, solution to the pandemic for all the theaters and stuff like that. It just did not work out. It was not a good idea. Lucas Ironside says, sorry if leave words in my comment out. I'm typing pretty fast. I can tell, man. You're excited. I got you going on this. I like it. Cooper Malik says, I'm interested to see the Sandman and really waiting for the continuation of Sweet Tooth. Everyone's been talking about this Sweet Tooth thing. Is it really as good as I'm hearing, Cooper Malik? That's on Netflix, right? Isn't that silly? Another thing that DC that was the rights they had to sell to Netflix, and look what Netflix is doing. I mean, Sandman is even technically DC property. What are you gonna do? I think Vertigo was that part of Vertigo Comics, something like that. Hey, Dan Lucas Ironside says, I love Arkham City. I just finished it again for the 100th time. Yeah, I've played Arkham Knight too much. I have a whole formula down for Arkham Knight. I was actually thinking about maybe one day streaming, doing the whole like Twitch video game thing. I don't know. I've never been that type of guy, but at the same time, I love those games so much that I might as well enjoy them and talk to you guys about it. Batdan says the day and date release could have been good. They just shouldn't have committed to the whole year. Agreed. Yeah, that's really going to hurt a lot of their films like Dune. And honestly, it may have hurted the Suicide Squad. People decided that the movie wasn't worth seeing in theater, so they watched it on HBO Max, and it did fairly well on HBO Max. In my opinion, it didn't do as well as it should have done because it was a similar film as Mortal Kombat, and Mortal Kombat absolutely killed in HBO Max. So to me, that was kind of according to Samba TV, if you believe where they're getting their analytics, or a third-party analytics team that had no connections with Warner Media. They just released their numbers, and if you believe them, apparently the Suicide Squad did really well on HBO Max. 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Wonder Wife isn't used to that much fun. You know what I feel about that, Yellow Devil. You know what I feel about that. I'll tell you.
So shut up, bitch.
Oh my God.
That's how we feel about that. No, it's all pretty fun. Koopy Malik, Lucas Ironside says they should have let certain movies on HBO Max, not all of them. Yeah, I mean, there was definitely some films that Dune is a film that should absolutely not be seen on HBO Max first. I haven't seen it yet. It's not out, but that film, the scope of it just looks huge, right? I mean, yeah, you know how I feel. Dune would have been great. Koopy Malik says, I like Sweet Tooth. It's a good post-apocalyptic drama type story. And yeah, it's from Vertigo. Okay, cool. I thought so. Thank you for confirming for me, Koopy Malik. So a 2 minute and 36 trailer for the Batman. I mean, we all knew we were getting a trailer, but the fact that this is news to some people that like, oh my God, it's going to be 2 minutes and 36 seconds. I don't know. I saw it and people were going crazy, like, oh my God, yeah, it's 2 minutes and 36 seconds. So it's like, okie dokie. I guess we'll talk about it. See what you guys think about it. Because I like talking to you guys when some stuff just makes me laugh about news. But some stuff that I do think is news, like Black Adam, new behind the scenes look. Man, have you guys seen the pictures? I totally know what Dwayne Johnson was talking about now. Okay, like look at this. He had promised that the suits were not going to be padded, and they're not. I mean, we knew they were going to be shaped, so that way it could define his muscles more. I mean, because like he needs them defined. But hey, man, looking at these suits, we'll make this full screen. I know it's not a lot, but it's looking good. Like Black Adam, obviously you can see the different types, a little more tarnish on some that don't have the gold bar around the arm. But you can definitely tell by the fabric, it's definitely going to be like skin tight. So he's really going to show. We saw the first picture that they released of, the back that I have on the, in the gray, black and white picture there. And, clearly Dwayne Johnson, he is giving it his all. They've done a really good job hiding the suit. And I'm surprised that this was released. Hopefully, honestly, my show will probably get blocked now thinking about it, but hey, who cares? This is for you guys. But yeah, so Black Adam is looking dope as hell. His suit, I can't wait to see it fully in action. I wouldn't be surprised. I know some people are like, well, his lightning bolt is it's fabric. It's not going to light up. And I'm like, I'm sure they're going to handle that on the back end and, do some CGI and make it glow, kind of what they did with Shazam. I wouldn't be surprised if it was something similar to that. But we even got some Hawkman. I think someone said it earlier. Yeah, Lucas Ironside. The Hawkman helmet is badass. I agree. Because of this Hawkman helmet, I'm even more stoked for this movie because one character that I was like just can't wait to see and who's been one of my favorite DC characters is Dr. Fate. And if Hawkman is this good, you know Dr. Fate is gonna be just as good. But yeah, Black Adam is looking like fire. So cool. Why is the runtime for the Batman even a thing to look for anyway? We want to be hyped for the movie, not to be told the runtime of a trailer, right? I agree, Kupi Malik. Yeah, when I saw the news to it, I was just like, okay, that's news to people, I guess. So I guess I'll just say it so people say, Trey, you didn't report that. The internet sometimes, guys, the internet. Let's see here. DC Restored to SnyderVerse says, have a good stream, bro. I'm going live as well. Keep up the good fight and raising awareness for AFSP. Hey, man, you as well. DC Restored to SnyderVerse. Have a great stream, bud. I hope you can raise some good money because it's no better cause than raising awareness for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention in honor of Autumn Snyder. And I'm sure you and I have had this conversation before, but I appreciate everything you do, DC Restoring to SnyderVerse. Seriously, Jake, it's really great. All right. So, Hawkman, right? Looking really dope. Just the armor, they've nailed this on the head. I mean, what do you guys think? They even gave us a little tease of the Thangarian ship in Black Adam. Like, come on now. You already know. It's looking good. I just feel like the JSA of this movie is going to be dope as hell. I mean, hopefully we have a little bit of a teaser trailer for Black Adam. I'm sure we will. I don't know if we'll have a full-on trailer because I'm trying to remember, is Black Adam before or after The Flash? I think it's after The Flash, if I recall. So it got some time to go. But yeah, it's looking good. I think Pierce Brosnan is going to be awesome as Dr. Fate. It's just going to be good. Kupi Malik says, do we know which Dr. Fate host Mr. Brosnan will play? I think, let me just confirm just so I don't missay, but I'm pretty sure Dr. Fate in Black Adam. Yeah, it is going to be Kent Nelson is who they're saying. Kent Nelson as Dr. Fate. Cool. That's going to be good then. Yeah, I mean, and personally, I didn't think Pierce Brosnan was the right choice at first. I won't lie. I wanted that one guy who voiced Dr. Fate in the Justice League animated show. I thought he would have been perfect. I'm totally spacing his name as well. He was in the Mummy films and a few of the Resident Evil. Gosh, what is his name? He has a great voice. Would have been completely perfect, especially for the age. If they were wanting Pierce Brosnan, that kind of age group, like he would have fit perfectly. Let me see. The Mummy. Let's see if I can look at the cast real quick for you guys so I'm not completely. Deed Fear. Yeah, like he would have been phenomenal, I think, as Dr. Fate. But Pierce Brosnan is going to do a great job too. He had talked about it recently, just talking about how it's just such a great collaboration so far for the film. But Baby Girl says Black Adam is definitely my most anticipated movie next year. Yeah, I think it's going to be definitely $1 billion film. I have a good feeling about that. I think just a lot of people are excited for Black Adam, and Dwayne Johnson's obviously he's a huge star. He pulls in a lot of money, as he should. Yellow Devil says, Trey, will you report on the rumor that Corey has a cameo in Man of Steel 2? Otherwise, he would be there. I can neither confirm nor deny that rumor. But no. Sorry, Super Bro Corey. He'd probably dig that though. I mean, I'm sure he would just love to stare at Henry Cavill and be like, one day I will be that strong. First, we got to get Man of Steel 2, but yeah. Batman says, do you think Black Adam will be in the SnyderVerse? We kind of talked about this, I want to say in our last live show, Bat Dan. I think it will be. I think there's a good shot. If anything, they'll do what they did with Shazam, where they kind of don't specifically say if it is or isn't. But according to Mikey Sutton, like some of us have heard with Geekosity, he scooped that Henry Cavill is going to be in Black Adam, and he will be wearing his Superman suit. More importantly, the black and silver from Zack Snyder's Justice League. If you see that, if that's the little end credit scene right there, then yeah, Black Adam is definitely in the Snyderverse, right? Like I don't think they could even tease that, without confirming it that way. Lucas Ironside says Black Adam is going to release before The Flash, July 29th. Oh, okay. Well, even more interesting now. I think, I know they shifted a lot of movie dates around when they were trying to figure stuff out. I can't remember if it was Shazam that lost to Flash's place for releases. I don't know. But thank you for that, Lucas Ironside. I appreciate it. July 29th. 2022. I mean, hey, first time DC has DC Films ever released 3 films in 1 year? I think Wonder Woman, right? Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad. Oh no, Suicide Squad was 2016. Yeah, no, they've never released 3 films in 1 year. So, hey, we'll take it. But yeah, some cool stuff for Black Adam. I'm glad we're starting to see things. I think it's gonna be one of the biggest panels of DC fandom, and I'm personally just excited just to watch and see what they can show us. Because I mean, gosh, Dwayne Johnson's been talking about being Black Adam for like 10 years. Good grief. It was a big thing when they were like, yep, he's going to be Black Adam, and we heard nothing for a long time. But hey, we'll take it. Here's one thing that I recently saw this, and I just had to discuss it with you. Now, I'm going to come out and just completely say this is rumors. This is complete rumors. Like, this is not confirmed. This is not, so don't go like, oh, Trey said that General Zod is going to be in the Flash. This is me starting a discussion with you guys because I saw this and I was like, I haven't heard this. And now it's kind of blowing up a bit. Has anyone ever heard of Giant Freaking Robot? Are they credible at all? Do any of you guys know? Have they scooped anything that has become true? Or are they new? Because I saw that they were verified and they had all this stuff. And I was like looking through some of their articles, and it is a lot of scoops, but none of it I was like looking at was like, yeah, this is absolutely right. Like, this is so true right now. And I read this article, and they said simply, one of their sources say, without a doubt, General Zod is in the Flash. Now, the question was, is it Michael Shannon's Zod or is it someone else's Zod? And I'm just thinking, like, why is he even in it? Like, this is what? Like, why? And Michael Shannon hasn't even said anything. If it is, I mean, it could be a different Zod, but then again, I feel like what a waste of, opportunity to bring in a completely different Zod and not use Michael Shannon, who was a fantastic Zod in Man of Steel. So I'm curious to see, what do you guys think of that rumor? Because it's about to get even more insane, from here. This is literally us having a discussion of why. So let's see what you guys are saying here. Batdan says, I hope Zod is not in the Flash. Way too much for the Flash. I agree. It's becoming less and less a Flash movie for sure. I just don't know why. I mean, to me, it's like it's very well could be clickbait. I just wanted to talk to you guys to see if anything you were hearing was like suggesting, yeah, Zod is definitely gonna be in the Flash movie. To me, it's like, as if the Flash is already gonna have a villain that should be a Flash villain, it shouldn't be like, let me put it this way. If like the Flash movie, all of a sudden you found out the Joker is the main villain, then like, what are we doing? I don't think that's going to happen. But to me, that's kind of what this feels like. If Zod is in there, and I wouldn't think he's the main villain. I just think it'd be like, I don't know, maybe setting up something for Supergirl, for Sasha Kaye's, take of Supergirl. I don't know. Baby Girl says, giant freaking robot are very much clickbait bullshit. Okay, I thought so too. I did not see anything in there. Like when I clicked on there, like we have a very credible source, and you could like click on their external link. It took me to a page where they're like, Professor Xavier is going to be in Doctor Strange. I'm like, what? Like, okay, multiverse of madness. I could see that, but like that doesn't prove that your source is like credible. At least give us some stuff where like Mikey-san can like go back to records and be like, I said that it happened. There you go. I don't know. It's kind of just silly bullshit. But Batman says, yeah, a jumbled of characters is not a good way to go for a first feature film of a single character story. It's way too early for that. I agree. That's the biggest worry I have for the Flash film, is that it's not a good case for a solo film, because literally Ezra has to be able to stand on his own. He has to be Barry Allen on his own. And with him being surrounded, I mean, really, does anyone give a shit that Ezra is in this film at this moment? I hear more people excited to be like, oh my God, Michael Keaton's coming back, or Ben Affleck, he's going to be in the film. Oh, they better not kill him, which they better not. But I mean, to me, it's becoming less and less a Flash movie and basically another Justice League film. At least that's what I'm getting to. So basically, from what I'm hearing from you guys, is one, giant freaking robots is full of shit, or at least, I don't know, they're clickbait. Fair enough. I saw it on one of the Instagram posts. I follow a lot of DC pages, and someone who usually posts like credible stuff posted this, this image and of giant freaking robot. And I was like, how's it that I've never heard of this? And no one, like, at least the people I listen to have talked about this, so I figured I'd talk to you guys and see, is this batshit crazy? And I think it is. Baby Girl says the Flash is basically a mini Justice League movie. Yeah, basically, unfortunately. So if that wasn't crazy enough, let's get to the next crazy one. Faora to appear in the Flash movie. More Man of Steel villains. Now, this one actually has some more credible, more credible, ties, I guess you could say, of the Flash. So the actress who played Faora from the Man of Steel film, actress Trey. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I listened to like many different interviews and no one wanted to attempt it, it seemed like. Antajay, though, revealed on Instagram that she was in England filming a movie, same location of The Flash, and shared a photo of her in short hair similar to her look in Man of Steel. The post was also liked by Andy Muschietti, the director of The Flash. And there's the post that she had on Instagram. And I actually looked at it and I can confirm that Andy Muschietti did, in fact, like her photo. Isn't it like crazy, like what people scoop, as like, oh my God, this is what this means. People dive in this deep into someone's like personal life that they're able to be like, she's definitely in the Flash movie. I'm not saying it's wrong or it's right, in terms of, is she in the Flash movie? I would love to see her return. Zach kind of had a idea that she would return one day, the Kryptonians, because I mean, they were just in the Phantom Zone, so it's possible for her to come back. And she did a wonderful job. I thought she was just a badass character in Man of Steel. But I don't know, you guys tell me. Like, here's the facts that she posted something on Instagram. Andy Muschietti liked it. And apparently she was filming in London during the same time The Flash was. And she has cut her hair. I guess she normally has long hair. Fact or bullshit? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Say complete clickbait or just say possible. Well, because I think at this moment we can just say possible. Other than we can confirm Ben Affleck is in the Flash movie. He did say it. He said, I probably, just messed up a gag order and I'm going to get sued. I was there for the Flash movie. So we can confirm Ben Affleck is in the Flash movie. Faora, not sure. I think she would be a badass villain for Sasha Kaye. Like that could be cool. I'm not going to lie there. I don't know. What are you guys feeling? She in it? Could be, might not be. I don't know. Kind of interesting though. I mean, I'm trying to think. Even in the Supergirl show that Melissa Benoist does, God, don't they do? I haven't watched all the series, but they kind of made her villain like Lex Luthor's, was it sister? Something like that. I can't remember. I stopped watching that show. I stopped watching a lot of CW shows because it was not so great after a while. Bat Fanatic says, I don't think so. Okay. That's fair. I do think it's interesting that, it's kind of like Henry Cavill. When Henry Cavill was going to America randomly while he was doing stuff for The Witcher around when Black Adam was filming stuff. So to me, like, yeah, that's kind of interesting, and no one knows why he was there. He didn't take any pictures of his time or vacation. And yet he's kind of a private dude, but kind of interesting, I mean, Ben Affleck was able to shoot a whole week's worth of footage in London, and none of us knew that happened until he confirmed later that said, yeah, I was there. Baby girl says, I think it's bullshit. People putting way too much into stuff like this, right? It's kind of creepy in a way. Like someone just digging that deep into like, oh, this person liked their photo. That must mean she's in the film. Maybe Andy Muschietti and her are just friends and he just liked her photo. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Batdan, Lex Luthor's sister is her best friend. Oh, okay. Yeah. I stopped watching this season. I couldn't bother to finish the last half of the season. It was so bad. See, that's why I stopped watching CW. To me, Arrow, like I loved Arrow, like the first 2 seasons. And then I realized they were basically Green Arrow is Batman, just not a very good Batman. And secondly, they kind of did like, it's one of the reasons why I kind of stopped watching Pokemon when I was a kid, is because you would know some point in the episode, Team Rocket was going to show up. They were going to try to steal Pikachu and they were going to be blasting off again. It happened every single time. So I was like, this is just dumb. It's boring. Then for me, it was kind of the same thing with Arrow, where like Oliver Queen would like keep a secret from people and it would hurt their feelings, and Felicity would do her like, you need to tell us the truth, Oliver, and he'd be like, don't you see what I'm trying to do, Felicity? I'm trying to protect you. Well, you can't do that. And then they would break up and then somehow come back together in a couple of episodes, sometimes within the same episode. And then that's when I knew time to drop Arrow. And I hear the Flash is even worse now. The Flash apparently has lightsabers with lightning. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Kubi Malik says, if Faora appear in the Flash, it will be dope, but unnecessary, to be honest. I agree. To me, it's like I said, I love what the actress did with the Faora character in Man of Steel. I would love to see her return in the DC film. I'm just not sure the Flash is the right opportunity for that. Like maybe that should be in the Supergirl solo film. Maybe in Man of Steel 3. I don't know. Like, I just don't think they're cramming so much into this film. And I get it. Like, this is going to be tough. This is why I give, God, I can't believe I'm going to say it again. I got to drink. This is why I give Marvel some credit. Oh gosh, if Julian's watching right now, my friend Julian, who's the big Marvel guy. I give them some credit because they really took their time to get to the point to explain a multiverse. I mean, they took a whole season of Loki to explain it and to get us into it. And now they're going to explode it with Spider-Man No Way Home. And then eventually Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Here they're with DC films, they're just throwing it at you first episode. Now DC is the ones who kind of developed the idea of the multiverse in the comic book world, but like, and the Flash should be the one to introduce that. And obviously the CW series, but I'm talking about the general audience, right? Like they're not going to be able to understand the multiverse. I mean, we've talked about this before too. The studio couldn't even understand the Speed Force when Zack Snyder's Justice League did it. When the visual effects team, they said the studio was like, what the hell is the Speed Force? What is he doing? Why is he running back in time? Like, and we're expecting them to be able to handle a multiverse. I'm really putting in a lot of faith of Andy Muschietti because I think he is a good director. I liked the first It movie. Second one wasn't as good, but it's still good. I don't know, but I agree. I think it's unnecessary to have Faora in it, even though it would be awesome. Awesome. Batman says you should watch Superman and Lois. That show is good. It helps. It is not a pure CW show co-founded by HBO Max. Oh, I didn't realize it wasn't quite CW. I thought it was a CW and they just put it on HBO Max. Interesting. I definitely do want to check it out. I've heard great things about it. I also heard like people have been raving about Stargirl. Is Stargirl any good? Maybe I need to kind of get back into the DC shows. I've been just watching the DC animated films. You know, I still need to watch Long Halloween Part 1 and 2, but I was going to do that fairly soon here. But I'll definitely check out Superman and Lois. Great suggestion, Batman. Felicity was a god-awful character, right? Was it the same thing over and over again? Like, God. I literally would like just watch the newest episode with my wife, and I'd be like, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, you need to trust us, Oliver. Like, I rest my case. Like, it's such a bad. Thank God, like Stephen Amell was like, I'm out, and he's doing that the heel show, which is kind of like local wrestling on Stars. I watched a few of the episodes. They actually seemed pretty good. Baby girl says, restore to SnyderVerse. Oh, sorry, I was reading your name. Oh dear. They did Black Canary dirty in the CW Green Arrow. Yeah, I agree with that. That was another reason why I was not a fan of the show. And then when they did the whole like Oliver Queen was gonna have to marry Ra's al Ghul's daughter, and he wanted him to take over the League of Shadows, I was just like, come on, guys. He's so dumb. I mean, no offense, but it was kind of like what they did with Smallville as well. Corey's gonna be pissed at me for saying this, but when I saw they had Oliver Queen, they basically made him Bruce Wayne of that show, kind of the same swagger. Even kind of took some episodes from the old Superman animated show that they did in the 90s, kind of that Bruce Timm era with the animated Batman series. So yeah. It's not great. Let's see. Bear Ajay. Hey, I think, is this your first time here, Bear? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Welcome to the Bat family. Bear says, Stargirl, it's okay, not great, but okay. I heard something that they had Solomon Grundy on the show recently. That kind of piqued my interest. I don't know. And they also had the original Flash from the old 90s show, who also played Barry's dad in the new CW show. Henry Allen. Maybe. And then he played like Jay Garrick as well. Yeah. Elicity fan fiction incoming. Corey's PG-13 Batgirl. Is this Yellow Devil again? Oh my God, man. Kubi Malik says, Trey, have you ever played Nightmare Creatures? Many of my friends agreed on the idea of it being adapt to live action with Zack Snyder directing it. How crazy would it have been if it were real? I've never played Nightmare Creatures. What's that about, Kubi Malik? That's an interesting thought. I'm sure Zack Snyder would do great. I mean, he could make probably any video game movie cool. I would love to see him do God of War. And I know, was it Dave Bautista who was trying to convince Zack to do Gears of War? But I think Universal Studio technically owns the rights for some reason of Gears of War. I don't know. Batman says, to be fair, Bruce Wayne and Oliver Queen do have similarities. Very true. That is true. They basically are the same. Bruce is just cooler. I don't want to offend any Green Arrow fans here, but Batman is better. I'm just kidding, but not. Corey, Super Bro Corey says, Smallville, Oliver Queen, Sparkle Bat. Oh, how dare you? How dare you bring that up on me, Corey? God.
It means I'll go fuck yourself.
Oh my God, Sparkle. Why did you have to do that? That hurts. Yes, sir. Thank you. Well, Bear, like, seriously, dude, I'm glad to have you here, man. It's always wonderful to see new people in the chat and to hear their thoughts that may be different from others. So welcome. I look forward to your comments and your future feedback on other shows, and hope to see you around more, bro. Thank you. And by the way, badass name Bear. Your parents did you well there. Amshri says, "Hey, what's up, my man Amshri? How you doing, player? It's good to see you." Yes, I also want Snyder to direct God of War. Yeah, he would do a wonderful job on that, I think. But yeah, so Faora possibly in the Flash movie. Who knows? It's a bit of a stretch, in my opinion. But I thought we'd talk about it just in case if it does happen, so we can say, "Oh, we did talk about it." But I do think it's well. You probably hear the dogs just going crazy right now. They're probably like, "Dad, get off." Let's talk about our next topic. Batgirl connected to the Snyderverse. I think someone brought this up earlier. Was it Batdan? Maybe it was even Yellow Devil. Batgirl connected to the Snyderverse. Now we know from earlier reports that J.K. Simmons was in talks to return as Commissioner Gordon in the Batgirl HBO Max movie. And Leslie Grace has even been quoted of saying, "Oh my gosh, what a freak. I'm freaking out about the rumors. I'm ready to learn a lot from J.K. Simmons. If you're listening, huge respect and please play my dad. I hope you're my dad." So she clearly wants J.K. Simmons. We haven't heard the rest of, from the Hollywood Reporter if J.K. Simmons has signed on for that, but Leslie Grace is going to be at DC Fandom. Hopefully she can confirm that J.K. Simmons, but the fact that she came out and was like, "Yeah, let's do it, J.K. Let's do it. Let's do it, J.K." Now, obviously, J.K. Simmons is Ben Affleck's James Gordon. Intriguing, right? But this is old information, right? Now, here's where it gets a little more interesting. Now, you could say, "Trey, this is just thinking way too much into it." Maybe this episode is completely just thinking way into seeing all these rumors going around. But once again, I wanted to have a discussion with you guys to see what you think about it. Batgirl. Director Faora teases Batfleck. He took this picture on his Instagram, which I can confirm this is not photoshopped. I did see this. I checked out his Instagram story, and he did post a picture. Obviously, you can see a lot of different masks of different characters. You can see even Robert Pattinson's Batman. You can see the Flash. You can see Wonder Woman, the Golden Eagle one. But more importantly, he's staring down Ben Affleck's new, Ben Affleck's cowl with a little bat symbol. Interesting. Now, Faora directed the new Bad Boys movie, which I finally just saw, and it was actually really good. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, is this once again just a little tease? This man just giving us hope? I think it's just weird that constantly we're hearing, Batgirl, is she a part of the Snyderverse? But you got J.K. Simmons coming back. Possibly. We haven't heard if it's a fully confirmed, but the fact that even Leslie Grace called out J.K. Simmons saying, like, "Yeah, do it, bro." And then now you have Faora doing, taking a picture with Ben Affleck's cowl. I don't know. To me, this just goes to show more and more that Ben Affleck, his story is continuing, and maybe this is just leading into his Batfleck movie that could very well happen on HBO Max, whether it's a movie or a series. And he was going to have Batgirl in that movie in his original plans with Deathstroke, Joe Manganiello. I don't know. I'm hoping DC Fandom can clear a lot up for us. That would be cool. I'm sure he says that would be great. I don't think Zack Snyder ever done a movie adaptation from popular video games. I don't believe he has either. They turned 300, I want to say, in it was like a PSP game, I think, at once. But I mean, that was obviously was a comic first. I'm sure he says, keep in mind, yes, I think he should. Yeah, I agree. Batdan says, would be kind of awkward if a different actor played Gordon at this point after Leslie's comment, right? It would be like, "Oh man, I didn't want you, but like Jeffrey Wright, good luck, man." I'm just kidding. No, I think Jeffrey Wright's going to actually be a good Gordon. I was hesitant at first when I heard he was playing James Gordon, but then I saw that trailer and I was like, you know what? He looks like he got it. Ryan, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here. New to the channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. Like, thank you so much for being here, Ryan, and welcome to the Bat family. It's always good to see new faces. Ryan and Bear, look at this. And some new people. Midwest, my man. So good to see you, bro. It's good to see you. It's been a while. Good to see you here, bro. Bear says, thank you, Corey. Yep. Corey's PG-13. No, not the. I knew the Megan Fox thing was coming. Oh, Yellow Devil, you're so funny. I can confirm. Live on this 1940s radio play. Yes, Corey is the father, aka Papa Gordon. Oh man, Yellow Devil, you're too much. Wait, Megan Fox is Batgirl. Yellow Devil. No, it's Leslie Grace, Super Bro Corey. I think didn't we talk about this, bud? No, there was that joke that possibly Megan Fox was going to be Poison Ivy, but it was already like disproven within like 24 hours. Her like assistant even like came on Instagram saying like, yeah, no, it was just a joke. Ryan says, new to channel, love all things Batman. Well, you're in the perfect place, bud. Obviously, the Bat Channel, we talk a lot about Batman, DC, SnyderVerse, Aircut, Batfleck. We talk a lot of Batman. But we're also expanding to other things like Jurassic World, Godzilla, Witcher, some other nerdy stuff. So I'm glad to have you here. Looking forward to your thoughts, my man. Thank you. Batman says, I hope Leslie Grace appears in the Batfleck project. I think she will. I think the fact that they're going through this whole J.K. Simmons is her dad, and I mean, maybe this is a good way to do it too, because if you think about it, the Ben Affleck Batman movie was supposed to come out first, and then there was going to be, at the time, Josh Whedon was going to be doing a Batgirl movie. Thank God that didn't happen, or at least not Josh Whedon directing it. Anyone else can do it, a Batgirl. And I understand why they wanted Josh Whedon to do it, because of his, ties to Buffy the Vampire Slayer and creating a powerful female character. I understand that, but he's a shitty person. But yeah, I mean, I think it might be a good idea to have this film of her. And well, yeah, it is a movie that they're doing. And I honestly think it's a wonderful opportunity to kind of build up her character and to kind of take her through. I really hope they go for it on this character arc with her. Like, I hope we go all the way into Killing Joke to where she becomes Oracle. And then if you guys know from the New 52 comics, Barbara Gordon got a chip inserted into her spine so that she could walk again. So I think that's all a huge character arc that could be wonderful, especially with her leading up into the Ben Affleck movie or series on HBO Max. I think it's a great idea if they do connect it. Corey, PG-13 Batgirl says, Corey, you are Batgirl's dad. That makes Megan Fox off limits for you forever. This is going in a weird direction. Kubi Max says, but Trey, if Megan Fox should ever join the DCU, which character do you think she could play? Do I have to have her in the DC EU? No offense to Megan Fox. She's gorgeous, right? Like, she really is. But I can't think of one movie where I actually thought her acting was phenomenal and not just the pretty girl. Unfortunately, she was typecasted. Okay, like it's an unfortunate situation. But then again, I also have to ask: okay, can she play a serious role? Can she do something that doesn't make her just an object? I guess you could say a pretty girl. That's going to be the question, So I mean, would she be a good Poison Ivy? I think there's better actresses for Poison Ivy. I mean. Yeah, I honestly, I can't think of a single character that she would be like right for the DC universe. I can't. I mean, not even Zatanna. I wouldn't want her to do that. I don't know. Who do you think could be Malik? Like, if she did join the universe, would you want her to play Poison Ivy? Or is there someone else that you're thinking of? Like, I can't. I honestly just can't see her in anything for the DC. And unless also, if you know a movie that she's like a brilliant actress in, and don't say Jennifer's Body, like, tell me. I would check it out. I did watch her Jonah Hex film, but once again, she was no different than what she was in the Transformer films. Yeah. Heck, the Batgirl project could lead into a Birds of Prey reboot set in the Snyderverse, not connected to Birds of Prey aside from some of the same actors. Well, Leslie Grace did kind of say that some more of that group would show up in her film. So that is interesting. So maybe it'd be curious to see if they did bring in like the Huntress, where was that Mary Elizabeth Winstead who did that? Yeah. And maybe Black Canary. I mean, yeah, that could all be cool. I think if they did it well, Birds of Prey was not a good film, in my opinion. I know there's a following for it that love it to death, but to me, it was just not a good movie. It was not the right movie, at least for Harley Quinn to be in, for Margot Robbie. It really wasn't. So I would love to see a different take on Birds of Prey that was a little more accurate to what the Birds of Prey are. Midwest said, laugh out loud, Killing Joker might be too dark for Warner Brothers. I hear what you're saying, Midwest. I do. But I think if there's one person to do it, I think Jared Leto could pull it off. And not only that, Ben Affleck's Batman and his world is kind of darker than kind of what we've seen before for any of the Batman films. So I think it would be okay, especially if it was on HBO Max, and Leslie Grace is going to be on HBO Max. And if they do make the Batfleck movie on HBO Max, like there's rumors going around, then I think they can go all out. I think they can pull off the gloves a little bit and be violent. Bear says Megan Fox would make a good Poison Ivy. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I mean she very may well be a good Poison Ivy. I just don't see it. You can't kill her off in the next Suicide Squad. Hey, James Gunn can kill off whoever he wants. Okay, apparently. Ryan says I could see Emma Stone as Poison Ivy. I could see that too. Honestly, I was hoping she would be Batgirl. She's worked with J.K. Simmons before, so I think she just would have been really good for that. But it's Leslie Grace now, so I think if she did have to play a character, yeah, I think I think she could pull off a Poison Ivy, a more complex Poison Ivy. I know Poison Ivy is like very, I mean, she's sexualized, so kind of need someone that has just that thing. But Corey's PG-13 Batgirl says she can play Ratcatcher 3, the long lost big sister. Oh my God, Yellow Devil. Emma Stone would be good too. Yeah, I agree. Jared would nail it. Yeah, I think he would. I think if there is a Joker to pull that off, I think his could very well do it. But yeah, all very interesting, guys, when it comes to Batfleck and his whole situation. So because of this, the fact that we're seeing more and more Batgirl having influences of Ben Affleck's Batman, what do you guys think this means? Do you think this is Warner Brothers slowly, or Warner Media, DC Films, however you want to put it, is kind of leading up to a Batfleck movie, a Batfleck series? That's very interesting. And it kind of goes back to that question we had earlier with the SnyderVerse. Obviously, Warner Brothers just doesn't want to work with Zack Snyder right now, but they're okay with kind of continuing things he has. I believe Mikey Sutton said recently from, on Sil Abdul's show on YouTube that, no one considers the Justice League canon, which is interesting because if anything, Batman, I think you've said this multiple times, if anything, Aquaman is definitely not SnyderVerse because of Mira and that the fact that her parents are alive, which is not true in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and you could say the accent, right? But we've heard Patty Jenkins say no one considers Justice League canon, yet Wonder Woman 1984, in my opinion, kind of threw out canon of all kind. It wasn't canon to the Snyderverse. It wasn't, technically it can't be canon to Justice League either because, Justice League still moves from BVS as if it was the continuation of BVS, even though we know technically Zack's was. So I don't know. Kubi Malik says Megan Fox would be perfect for side characters, which only have one or two short scenes and get killed off later on. Yeah, that you're gonna make Super Bro Corey cry. I don't know. I mean, I just don't. I can't see a role that she would be good for. I'm still struggling. I'm trying to think of all the female DC characters and nothing. is hitting me that she'd be like, oh yeah, perfect. Not even Catwoman, I wouldn't even do that. Batdan says Patty has also admitted in her same universe that Wonder Woman 1984 is not Snyderverse. Oh, she did? She has come out and said that has nothing to do with Zack Snyder's Justice League or a part of his deal. Where have you seen that, Batdan? Can you send me the link of the article or where she actually voices that? Because I don't know if I've actually heard that come out of her mouth. Bear says Zack Snyder told Warner Brothers to suck it. Yes, he did. Hilarious. Fantastic. Warner Brothers and leading up to anything, you mean a plan? Insert Dadpool high five. Oh, yo, Dummy, you're so funny, man. Right? Yeah, leading up to any plan. Well, I mean, that's where I say maybe it's not so much Warner Brothers leading up with a plan, but maybe it's HBO Max. It seems like HBO Max has a little bit more of a plan than Warner Brothers, because I mean, look at it. J.J. Abrams with his Black Clark Kent Superman thing, which apparently he's going to be at DC Fandom to talk about whatever the hell he's working on, because we haven't heard anything. But in terms of, HBO Max, they signed a deal with Michael B. Jordan to do Val Zod. And to me, that makes zero sense in terms of the overall business of Warner Media, because you don't want two characters, especially similar characters, to compete with each other. Two Black Supermen is not going to work. People are going to get confused real fast, Batdan says Justice League is the sequel to Batman v Superman Theatrical Edition. Zack Snyder's Justice League is the sequel to Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition. That's an interesting take on that. I mean, no matter what, if they did do that, Batman v Superman Theatrical Edition and Zack Snyder's Justice League, and Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition nothing changed in the Ultimate Edition that would have affected the outcome of that story, other than we know Lex Luthor. Obviously there's more details in Ultimate Edition, but in terms of the outcome of where they lead into those Justice League films, there's no difference between those outcomes, if that makes sense. I am sorry, I meant same interview, not universe. She said she didn't want to contradict Zach's films, but she had to make her own movie, and Zach was supportive of that. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, she did say that. As I kind of look at it in a weird way, Wonder Woman 1984 is very much kind of like an Indiana Jones film where like they don't quite connect. It's kind of its own different story that happens. Obviously, until the most recent Indiana Jones film, they connected it all the way back to the first one. But, yeah, I see what you're saying about that, though. An accurate assessment, Batman. Yeah, Batman knows his shit. We're definitely going to have him on the show sometime. But I'm really glad we got to talk to you guys about this, because to me, it's a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of speculations going on, and it seems like there's a lot of confusion on what Warner Brothers is doing, what Warner Media, what DC Films is doing. I mean, look at all the rumors we talked about today. We talked about, Faora being in the Flash, General Zod being in the Flash. Talked about possibly, I'm sorry, my phone just went off. We talked about possibly Ben Affleck having more of a piece into Batgirl than we really know. It's just kind of, it's very confusing of what it doesn't seem like. Maybe there's some directors who want to be a part of the SnyderVerse or are planning on it, or at least trying to give enough little credit to it to where they can, kind of like what Sandberg did with the Shazam film. He made his film just perfectly enough to where you can't really say it's not in the Snyderverse, but you also can say it is. Like he did that in a smart way, that if they decide to, like, yeah, Shazam could easily be a part of the Snyderverse, which if Shazam can be, then Black Adam definitely can be, because Black Adam was teased in Shazam. So kind of interesting stuff going on. Kupi Malik says, I'd rather see Valsad rather than Peace Whatever Maker. Besides, JJ's camp still haven't cracked their story for the black soups anyway. Yeah, and that's a wonderful point, Kubi Malik, is that when they signed JJ Abrams to the deal, I mean, he's getting a lot of money, and yet he hasn't really put up anything of interest. I'm interested in the Justice League Dark thing he's working on, because I think that would be great, but what more information have we heard on about that? We don't even know if they're going to have, who's going to play John Constantine. I mean, there was rumors that maybe Keanu Reeves would return. And then there was some, people who were really hoping for the CW guy to come back, which I thought he did a really good job. And he would be a good John Constantine. I don't know. There's just not a lot of information about the different projects that JJ Abrams is working on. And the fact that more people were trending and hyping up, Michael B. Jordan's Val Zod Superman project over JJ Abrams' Black Clark Kent Superman project, it's not a good sign. It's just not. It's just not. Bear says, really looking to the Flash movie. You mean like really looking forward to it? Yeah, hey, as I've always said, if you like a movie and if I happen to not, be hyped about it either, it doesn't mean that you're wrong. It to me, it's like, if you are like the Suicide Squad film, I don't like the Suicide Squad film, the newest one. If you liked that movie, then more power to you. I'm glad you enjoyed it because you spent money to go see it. Like hopefully you did enjoy it and didn't feel like you wasted your money. For the Flash movie, I am interested and excited about it because one, I like the Flash. I'm really excited to see Michael Keaton return and hopefully lead into a Batman Beyond series, or maybe even movie. But I'm also super stoked that Ben Affleck is returning. I remember when I saw the article come out a few days later before DC Fandom, and I think it was Hollywood. No, it was Variety. Variety came out with an article saying Ben Affleck's returning in the Flash. I was like ecstatic because Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. Not that any of the other Batmen suck, but other than bat nipples. But I don't blame George Clooney for that. Kubi Malik says, aye, sir. David Ayer's Suicide Squad sighted 900 meters off the port side. I gotta do that again. Aye, sir. David Ayer's Suicide Squad sighted 900 meters off the port side. Nice. I dig it. Bat Dan cosplayer. Breaking news. HBO Max is funding the Bat Dan cut of Justice League. Is that Yellow Devil again? Oh my God. He's really attacking now. Mighty Pegasus. Holy shit. Mighty Pegasus, bro. How have you been, man? It's been a long time since I've talked to Mighty Pegasus. Holy, dude. Seriously, how's the family? How's the kiddos? Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, I know you've been super busy, dude. I still have all your posters behind me. It's good to see you here, bud. Seriously, hope all is well. Guys, if you don't know who Mighty Pegasus is, first off, shame on you. But Mighty Pegasus is the brilliant artist and talented artist who won the Zack Snyder's Justice League fan poster competition with that just badass dark side. I'm trying to see, do I have my picture that I can pull up close by? No, I don't. Brilliant artist, love his stuff. He actually got to meet Zack Snyder and was on set of Zack Snyder's Justice League for the additional shoots, which, man, jealous, totally jealous, but very well deserving. I'm so happy for you, man. Like, oh, dude, I'm like shocked right now that Mighty Pegasus is on the live chat. It says, Bear says, yes, my bad, dude, clumsy thumbs. Hey, I hear you about that, man. Working all day full time and then jumping right into YouTube to hang out with you guys. But this is the fun job, right? Mighty Pegasus says, yes, it's me. Yes, it has, my friend. I'm glad to hear that, dude. It's so cool to see you, man. Batdan says, cosplayer, what is the Batdan cut? The Batdan cut is whatever is going to be the most badass version that Batdan just possibly comes up with, because Batdan, he knows what's up. Kuberman says, hi there, Mighty Pegasus. Yeah, hello, everyone. You don't have to. It's not about me. I really appreciate it. Oh, hey, I'm happy to support you, whatever you do, Mighty Pegasus, because Mighty Pegasus was actually our first giveaway. He signed the artwork and we sent it off to, oh man, it was Esperanto, who lives all the way in Thailand. Yeah, we shipped a piece of art to him all the way in Thailand, and he got it. And like Esperanto was like super excited and like just so happy about it. So like I appreciate, man, like everything you do. And you were like so helpful in that process because I had never done a giveaway like that before. And I had like asked you like what was the best way to transport it, especially a long distance like that. And Mighty Pegasus was just Victor was just awesome. Just so cool. Bear J says Jeffrey Dean Morgan was lobbying to play Flashpoint Batman a while back. Oh, don't get me started on that, Bear. What a missed opportunity, man. Like to me, Flashpoint is one of my favorite storylines. I think I literally have the comic nearby. Oh, as I hit the microphone. Yeah. Flashpoint. Like loved it. The whole, Batman, Thomas Wayne, Jeffrey, that was gonna be perfect. And that was actually Zack Snyder's plan. Part of it wasn't going to be his 5-movie story arc because that was going to end with Zack Snyder's Justice League 3, but there was going to be a 6th movie. There was going to be a 6th movie that they were working on, and Jay Oliva actually confirmed this. It was going to be a Flashpoint film with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It was going to be comic book accurate, and Zack's plan was that at the end of that movie, it was going to reset the entire multiverse so that they could, if Warner Brothers wanted to, create a whole new line of Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. They didn't have to use his guys anymore. So the fact that even Zack had a going out plan, kind of silly that Warner Brothers didn't take him up on it. But yeah, I still have faith. That one day we'll see Jeffrey D. Morgan as Flashpoint Batman, because you couldn't get a better Flashpoint Batman. One of my favorite parts in the entire comic is when Flash hands Bruce that letter. That would have been that would make me cry, man. Kubi Malik says Batman 530. Did you make a cut of Justice League? Oh, please no. Kubi Malik says in my version it would have ended with that universe being destroyed. Nice. Mighty Pega says, oh my god, Thailand. I didn't. It was all the way there. Yeah, we did. We were able to get it to Esperanto undamaged too, surprisingly enough. Kubi says, oh, in case you may proceed. And then Bat Dan cosplayer 1 hour longer. Oh my gosh. Hey, yo, devil, you are Mr. Troublemaker here. But hey, guys, thank you so much. Seriously, continue fighting for the air cut. I think we're getting close. I'm still hoping for DC fandom. David Ayer actually posted something a little earlier, like, just kind of like, well, please, I hope I get the chance to release it so that he can be the next global phenomenon of the air cut of Suicide Squad, because really they need to just do it. I mean, it's going to cost cheaper than what Zack Snyder's Justice League cost. And not only that, I think it's going to help the Suicide Squad IP because they haven't been doing so hot. You got Birds of Prey that didn't do well for box office. You have the Suicide Squad that didn't do well in the box office, so the one thing that's going to kind of generate excitement again, I think, is David Ayer's Suicide Squad, so that maybe it will lead into, Harley Quinn doing that Gotham City Sirens film that she wanted to do with David Ayer a long time ago. I think that would be really, really cool. Obviously, there's a trending event October 16th during DC fandom that they're going to do to hashtag restore the Snyderverse. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Some people call that toxic, but in my opinion, there's no better way to talk to your consumers, right? If they're trending, please, we want to see more content in this area. And I think a lot of people get confused with the Snyderverse community is that they think we're just wanting Snyder stuff. Like, that's it. Like, there's nothing else that can be a part of that. When the truth is, we just want that to be a part of the future plans. So that means continue your Batman with Matt Reeves, continue the Green Lantern series that they're doing with HBO Max, continue Black Adam, continue Aquaman, continue everything. Just have Zack Snyder's Justice League finish that story. I mean, imagine reading an incredible epic. Like, imagine reading Lord of the Rings and then having to stop after like midway through Two Towers. And because the studio said, that would piss a lot of people off. Imagine the studio. Who did that? Was that New Line Cinema who did the Lord of the Rings series? Imagine if they stopped after Two Towers and were saying, no, we're good. People would be pissed that they didn't see Return of the King, So trend it the hell out, guys. Make your voice, as long as they're peaceful, respectful, just make your voices heard. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just hopefully, if Warner Brothers not listening, Discovery, when they get in next year, they'll pay attention. The Make the Batfleck team is doing a trending event Sunday, October 24th for hashtag Make the Batfleck movie. Their goal is 200,000 tweets. And they actually told me they're close on their marketing billboard trucks that they have for the Batfleck team. So you can go to their Twitter account at Batfleck Movie. And if you have a little bit of money that you can help support them to get the word out, they would greatly appreciate it. I know some of their money goes to Feeding America, which I've helped donate to them before too. It's one of Ben Affleck's charities. So that team is doing some great work over there. Hopefully we can have them on YouTube again pretty soon here. But Batdan says, I want David Ayer's Gotham Sirens, but he should write and produce it and have a female director direct it. Yeah, I mean, to me, it doesn't matter either way. If he wants to direct it, go right ahead. If he wants to just write it and produce it, I'm cool with that too. I only care about who believes they can do the best job for it. And if David Ayer truly thinks he can't execute directorial wise for that, then fine. Yeah, get someone else to do that. Whatever he thinks, I'm game for. Mighty Pegasus says, well said. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Batman also says, I have a whole SnyderVerse list created that it is meant to exist separately from what is going on. I did see that list. I think you've sent that to me before. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the issue right now with Warner Brothers is when they say multiverse, we feel like it's not true, because it's basically whatever stories they want to do, but screw the SnyderVerse, basically. Like, don't even bring that up. It's dead. But then it's like, okay, but how? So I'm hoping by Andy Muschietti's recent words that he's unifying the multiverse, that whatever happened before does exist within this multiverse. So that means Batman and Robin exist, Batman Forever exists, Superman Returns exists, Christopher Reeve's Superman exists, maybe even Nicolas Cage's Superman movie that never happened. Adam West exists. All these different, Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern exists, according to Andy Muschietti at this point, but we'll see more when the Flash movie happens. So we'll just have to check in on that. But Mighty Pegasus says, I got to go, my friend. I was stopping by quickly. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It's good seeing you here, Mighty Pegasus. We'll have to have you on sometime. Figure out what's been going on with you in the last year. I bet you got some cool stories to tell, my friend. Great to see you here, though. Thank you, Victor. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I know this was kind of an unusual stream that we were doing. Not normally 2 live streams in a week, but I figured this weekend I'm going to be busy. I'm going to go see the new James Bond movie. And then Venom the next day, which Batman, I think you saw the new Venom film earlier today, right? You have to let me know what you thought of it. I'm excited to see it, though. Carnage is one of my favorite MC Marvel, one of my favorite Marvel villains. So I even have the Batman Spider-Man collaboration comic that they did when Carnage and Joker were the villains of that. So I'm excited to see that. Hopefully it's pretty good. Batman says yesterday they needed a longer runtime. I had a feeling when I saw that it was only 90 minutes long, I was like, they cut that thing up. Anytime a film is 90 minutes, I'm immediate like, that can't be smooth. I saw the new Venom movie yesterday. What do you think of it, Ryan? Fan of the new Venom film? I liked the first one. I didn't think the first one was great, but when I heard they were doing Carnage, I was like, yes, let's go. No spoilers though. Don't spoil it for anyone in the chat. But I think it'd be great. I have that Batman Spider-Man comic as well. Yeah, it's when I bought it, I was super excited for it. I had tried so hard to find it and get it at my local comic book shop, but someone kept beating me to it, and I actually wasn't as impressed with it as I thought it could be. Let's see. I agree, Batman. They could have fleshed it out better. Okay, so it seems like a lot of people are like, yeah, it was chopped up a bit. I saw Film Junkie talk about it when he was in the car, and he was like not happy with it. Yeah, that double stream killed me, but what's new? 3:30 a.m. in Germany. Yellow Devil, you can get rest. This will be on YouTube. You can watch it later, but I always appreciate you being here in the live chat, my man. It does mean a lot to me that you show up every single show. It is absolutely blows me away. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's see. Ryan says, I liked it, but it was underwhelmed, to be honest. Okay. Batdan says, I have the sequel to that comic with Kingpin and Ra's al Ghul. I didn't realize there was a sequel. Send me a pic sometime, because then that'll be my new. I have like comics, a list of comics that I'm like trying to find. Obviously, some I won't be able to afford at the moment, like Detective Comics 27, which I think sold for like $1.3 million the other day. Oh, dude, it's been a long time. What up? Oh, hey. Sorry, as we're coming down to the end, but we'll definitely have. Hopefully, you can join us for another show. Batman says you can find anything on Amazon. Yeah, true. Very true. But guys, seriously, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know Super Bro Corey couldn't come out, but hopefully he'll be able to join us pretty soon. And then maybe you guys can join us for our DC fandom watch party. I'm going to actually set up that stream pretty soon here, so that way you guys can start setting your reminders for it. And yeah, we're going to do the full, I think it's a 4-hour event. So we'll start it a little early, so that way we can kind of jump into it. I probably won't have anything like the DC fandom up on the screen, just so Warner Brothers doesn't take down my stream. But we'll watch it together, and we'll just discuss right there with you guys. And then I'll probably cut down the videos a little later to like break it into like Batman trailer reaction, Black Adam trailer reaction. But we'll at least we'll experience it together. We'll talk about our likes, our dislikes, and just honestly how DC fandom is doing, if it's better than Tidum that Netflix did, because I think Netflix did a pretty good job with theirs. But okay, let's see here. Koopy Malik says, Trey, are you interested to see how Leto plays Morbius? I really want to see it. Too bad it's next year, though. Yeah, I think, I mean, Jared Leto is a great actor. You know, when he was picked for Joker, I actually thought like, ooh, he's gonna do a good job. For Morbius, yeah, really, I'm curious about what they're doing with that whole Venom verse of the Sony with Morbius. The fact that Vulture was in that trailer. A lot of cool, weird stuff is going on over at Marvel. Oh God, did I say that loud too? I did. See, Julian, my friend Julian's gonna text me and be like, I knew it. You're a Marvel fan. And all seriousness, I do enjoy all superhero movies. I'm just a DC film fan, and I am a little bit bitter when it comes to Marvel films, because they are doing a good job pushing out product and doing what their fans want. Unlike Warner Brothers, who we tell them what we want, and they're like, here's Peacemaker. No. Batman says, just post an image to your Twitter. Okay, I'll definitely check that out after the show, bud. Thank you so much. But says, sorry I missed out live. I will catch up. Yeah, no worries, bud. We'll definitely, hopefully we can have you in the next live show. You can chat with us. But I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Remember to smash that like, share this video. It helps us so much when you guys share, because when you guys like the videos, you share it, you comment on it, and you hit that notification bell so you never miss our future episodes. It just helps the analytics all the more to make this channel grow. And like I said, the bigger this channel gets, the more fun it's going to get, because now we're going to have even bigger discussions. We're going to be able to really chat with people and just have great conversations about the future of really all things nerdy and DC and Batman and all that cool stuff. But thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to tune in weekly. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you later, guys. Be good to each other and don't do anything I wouldn't do, which isn't much. See you later, guys.